Good morning, gremlins, and welcome to the second Star Wars vlog of May. Technically I'm cheating a little. It's still not May. It's the day before May, but it's totally fine. I'm taking the day because yesterday I did a Star Warsy thing that I want to share with you that I do every year. I'll be doing more of it as the month goes on, but why is it so loud today? Oh my gosh. So there have been garbage trucks, barking dogs, a train. I can't even number the amount of things that I've tried to avoid with this intro, so it doesn't matter. We're talking over the very loud vehicle. But if you are new here, my name is Catherine. I was injured by a snowblower. You can watch my Vampire Academy Part 2 video to get all of the details, but I'm in gauze because of that snowblower incident that happened in February, and hopefully at some point this month, I guess in actual May when you're watching this, I won't be wearing these anymore. That would be great. Let's hope. But we are here for a video all about one of my favorite Star Wars characters, Darth Maul. So I actually have 3 books that I will be reading. I know that hand gesture meant nothing to you, but I have 3 books that I'll be reading. I'll be starting with The Wrath of Darth Maul, which has this wild hardcover with images of him. And then I don't know the order I'll be reading the other 2 in, but I will also be reading Maul Lockdown by Joe Schreiber and Darth Maul Shadowhunter by Michael Reeves. I think, if I remember, I planned it with this one because it's I think this is young adult-ish. The font is huge. I had planned to do this one first. That's why my Ahsoka bookmark is already in it. And then I have these 2. I think the plan was this one and then this one last. I think. Maybe. I haven't decided. I may switch it. Because this one mentions Sidious a lot, so we'll see. But those are 3 books I'll be reading. I also will be showing off this very cool thing that my wife got me last year, which is a version of Darth Maul's lightsaber. Currently it's in the hallway. I was gonna do this fun intro moment where I turned it on and I said, Kenobi! Because I thought that would be very cool, but it's too bright in my house. I was like, dark hallway, it'll be awesome. No hallway is dark. Not even my office can be dark. So I may try and include it at the end of the video. So we'll see if I can make that work, if I can film it at night. But I'll be reading those 3 books, and I think, yes, this vlog will also include May the 4th. So Krista and I will be doing a Star Warsy weekend, and I'll include stuff that we do for that in this vlog. That may or may not be Darth Maul themed specifically, but it'll be Star Wars themed. So I am doing a ton of videos that are Star Wars themed for the entire month. I have more books behind me that you can't see that I am planning to read. And now the garbage is being picked up. That I'm planning to read this month. It's just, this intro was destined to have loud sounds in it. But those 3 books, rest of May will be a ton more Star Wars content. And I'm actually gonna bring you to make coffee with me because I'm gonna go use one of my favorite coffee mugs and we're gonna have themed coffee. You will see. So I will see you in my kitchen, gremlins, very shortly. Behold the Darth Maul mug. So this is the front and then this is the back, and I love the design. So I'm very excited to use this. And then for coffee, we have, if it focuses, it is Star Wars Dark Side Chocolate Truffle from Bones. And this has Darth Vader on the front. They don't have a Darth Maul one, but I found these at TJ Maxx this year. I actually really like the K-Cups, and I may prefer the K-Cup version to their, I'm so sorry, I'm coughing, their bag version. So again, if you're new here, I have really bad asthma that sometimes results in me coughing while I'm trying to do anything. 12 ounces. So this is their chocolate truffle. It's really good. But I've been coughing a lot because the weather is being super weird. It was almost 80 degrees here yesterday, and now it's in the 40s. And so whatever is going on is just making my asthma a mess. So while my coffee is brewing, bring you over here. Hi. This is the shirt I'm wearing. So this is a Star Wars Clone Wars shirt. It has Maul. I'm gonna switch hands to try and show you, but it has Darth Maul and it has his brother Savage, who I absolutely love. He has a really, really good episode set in Clone Wars, and I love Savage. My wife hunted down a Savage Funko Pop for me because there's no Savage merch. They make Night Brother merch, a version of him, but it's not him. And she was like, no, I found you the actual Savage one. And they're upstairs. I'll show you some of my Darth Maul stuff. Not right now, but I'll show you some of my collectible-y stuff. later on. This is just like my quick pre-work coffee. So yeah, getting that all set up. I'm so excited to use this cup, and I'll be reading probably during my lunch break, just a little bit, and some tonight, not a ton, because Krista and I are, I think, installing a light fixture. So I will be a little busy this evening, but I'm planning on reading a lot the rest of this week. So be ready for lots of Star Wars content. Also Star Wars toaster, it's R2. He makes little R2 beeps. But yeah, I'm gonna grab my coffee, I'm gonna get to work, but I will fill you in when I have Darth Maul book things to talk about, my lovely gremlins. Hello, it is right at the end of my lunch break. I did not read very much, but I have so many thoughts already, and I just need to share them with you before I get done with this book. So, I knew I was gonna cough. All right, so I'm on chapter 4, which again is not very far in, but this is so wild. So the full title is The Wrath of Darth Maul, and it's by writer Wyndham. I don't think I ever told you the author's name, but by chance I was reading the author's note because it's right next to the final page, and I just wanted to know how many pages this is. It's 214, just FYI. But okay, thoughts in order, thoughts in order. So first, the prologue is Clone Wars Maul, and like introduction in Clone Wars Maul. If you haven't watched Clone Wars, please know he appears in Clone Wars, and it's incredible. He's on my shirt, which is a Clone Wars shirt. But it's like first intro of Maul, like in Clone Wars, which will explain his body a little. Super creepy, super creepy, creepy. Anyway, so we get that, and then it jumps back in time to when he is like 3 years old, and he is being trained by his master, Darth Sidious. But what is so wild about this, and this was unplanned, in the author's note, there is a reference, I can't look, to the fact that our author of this book spoke with, where is his name? Oh my gosh, I feel like a crazy person. I just saw it. There we go. I'm extremely grateful to writer James Luceno, who generously gave me some great ideas so the Wrath of Darth Maul would mesh with his novel, Darth Plagueis. I just read Darth Plagueis! Like, I literally just finished it in the last vlog. It's the second and, like, final book of that vlog. And it's perfect. I'm sorry, I'm so coffee. I really don't know what to tell you. It's hopefully gonna get better if the weather levels out, but I'm sorry. I'm not editing them out. I just cough, because asthma. And I'm excited, so I cough more. Anyway, but I literally just read Darth Plagueis. And in Darth Plagueis, we learn that he has Maul. Like, baby Maul just, like, pops up in Darth Plagueis for Sidious. And I was like, oh, wow, weird. This starts from, like, I got a baby on Dathomir. And I was like, what? Oh, this is perfect. So, like, it fits in so perfectly with what I just read. This is a Star Wars miracle. A bit like the birth of Anakin. But I was so excited. It is so good so far. So we are getting what Maul's life was like because he was being raised on Mustafar. Now, I do think in Darth Plagueis they mention a couple places that he is at as a child, but he's super young in this. So, like, he's just been in, like, a place. So this is Lil Baby Maul for a lot of it. Like, little tiny, squishy, teeny tiny Maul. I guess he's never really squishy. He's very thin. But anyway, he is only 3 when he's introduced. Oh gosh, and then I burped. I'm having fizzy water and now I'm yelling. Whatever, I'm a hot mess. But, like, he is little. It says he's 3 years old and he's already being trained, and, like, the training is, like, punishment and, like, do what you're told by a droid. And he actually doesn't like Sidious because he thinks Sidious is scary because Sidious is very mean to him. But at this point he's becoming, like, better with Sidious because Sidious is coming around more often because he used a force power. And so he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna train him now. But the training is horrifying. Like, dangling a baby over acid, and literally this man here is not this man here. He is a teeny tiny baby who's being forced to do a lot of scary things. Like, it is wild. Like, I'm just like, little tiny Maul going through some really scary stuff. Now, I do think he's progressively getting older, possibly, but it says 3. Like, he is 3 at the start of this, and I'm like, I don't know that we've gotten that much time, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so it's little tiny Maul being trained so far, and I'm just, like, baffled. It's so incredible that this is, like, takes reference from Darth Plagueis. Like, it works so well. And I saw something else in the author's note that has me super excited because I love Savage. I have mentioned this. Savage and Maul are brothers in Clone Wars, and they mention the episode where Savage is introduced in the author's note, and I'm like, we getting Savage. Weekend Sauvage. Yes, I'm dancing because I love Sauvage. So I'm just so friggin' excited. So I'm excited to read more of this. I though need to go, but I was just very excited, and I had a little bit of time to tell you about it because I am pumped. I am loving this book, and it's so fun. Like, I love that it has like 2 sides, like hardback, like this looks like something you would get at the Scholastic Book Fair and then proceed to be like, yeah, I got the best book ever. Which, I mean, so far, best book ever. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm just very excited. I want to read more of it. I know I won't really be able to tonight because we are putting in a light fixture for sure. And then I don't know what else we're doing. I kind of do. I am going to show you some of what we're doing tonight because my coffee mug is not in here and I'm going to use it later tonight for a fancy beverage. And I'll share that with you because I need to show you the cookies I made yesterday that are Force themed. But I gotta go. I will talk to you later, gremlins. I will still be very excited about this Darth Maul book. Very excited. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm just being a crazy person at this point, but I will talk to you later. Hello, and welcome to my squishy creature fortress. There's also a blanket behind me. But I've changed into pajamas. It's the same day. It is still Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? No, today's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. I started this vlog on Wednesday. Same day as the first few clips. I had said that I was going to show you my mug because I'm having a different drink. So you won't really be able to tell. It's not black coffee. I'm having an espresso martini in my Maul mug. It's a canned Cutwater one. And then I'm going to take a tiny sip. One sec. And while Krista and I went out for ice cream, I got Dole Whip. Before dinner, we have eaten dinner, and we're actually going to have some cookies. So these are... No one could see that but me. Where are they? Where are they? This is why I changed the angle of the camera. Hold on, you can't see anything. Here we are. These are my signature dark side cookies on a Star Wars plate. They are Betty Crocker, I think, double chocolate cookies. But I technically made them from box mix scratch, but they're really good. We're gonna have a couple, and then Krista just had a beverage with dinner. She had my variation on the Lothal Spice Brew from the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge cookbook. They do not serve it in the park. It is not a beverage that has ever existed in the park, but it's Guinness, sweetened condensed milk, and there are spices you can put in it, but Krista prefers it without the spices, so I don't do the spices. So she had Guinness with sweetened condensed milk. You blend it, so it all mixes together. Yeah, but we're gonna have some cookies, watch a little TV. Krista is painting tonight, I believe. So she'll be doing that, and then I'll probably read some. Maybe I'll finish the book early. If I finish it before May, I'm probably still just gonna mark it as a book I read in May, just because it's easier. I already flipped the page in my book.
And so we're putting up another light fixture.
Oh yes, we're putting up a light fixture. I did tell you about the light fixture earlier, but we'll be doing that. I will attempt to film that, maybe. I'm also gonna be holding things, so we'll see. But yeah, so I will talk to you in a bit, gremlins.
Say hi to Goose.
Oh. Hi, Goose. Hello. She's ready for cookies. Alright. Talk to you later, gremlins. Happy May 1st, gremlins. So I'm just doing a very quick check-in because I did read a little bit more yesterday, and Krista and I didn't do any house stuff. So the big goal last night was we were going to do one more light in our hallway and like change it out. And then Krista wanted to paint, but yesterday was actually her like only day off for most of this week. She has back-to-back stuff Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and she was just kind of like relaxing, and then we just didn't get to anything. So we watched the very un-Star Warsy Bunheads for hours last night, and that was our evening. So I'm wearing this Death Star shirt that says, I think it says "This is my happy place," and there's a little Vader. I don't have a ton of Maul shirts. So I love Darth Maul, but I feel like there aren't a lot of shirts with him on it, or like when I was buying shirts there weren't a lot of like shirts with him on it, which is totally fine. In my backpack I have all these books, I have tons of like Funko stuff. I'll show you those in a sec, but I just don't have a ton of shirts. I do have one with him on it that, or besides my long sleeve one, I have one where he's on the front, but I can't figure out where it is. It's somewhere in my closet, or possibly not in my closet. I'm gonna try and find it, but I saw this one and I thought, why not? This is a fun start of May shirt. Also, it's a little warmer in my office, so a t-shirt felt nice. But you're here for a book update. So I did actually read until page 121, so I'm on chapter 11. We have gotten to Teenage Maul, who has been training at like a military academy, basically. It's a, I guess it's not technically military, but like it's a training school where like people go off to be like assassins and bounty hunters. And it's like an official school, but he's there. I am gonna cough. There we go. So Sidious has sent him there to train. And then I'm not going to tell you all the details of that, but he's training there. But we've also just gotten the introduction of some Night Sisters, which I'm very excited about. So I am loving it so far, getting this like in-depth, like how Maul trained to become who he is by the Phantom Menace, because there's no discussion of that in Darth Plagueis. It's more like, oh, I have a child now in that. And Plagueis is like, oh, well, you should train him. Like, he's just kind of like, whatever. And there's like really no big mention of him after that, except like, well, he does some stuff in Darth Plagueis, but we don't like understand how he came to be trained. There's like casual mentions of like some time he spent with Sidious, but not as detailed. And this is super detailed. So I'm loving this. I'm curious to know how the Night Sisters like play out. But I'm just really, really loving this book. I'm so surprised. Like, I knew I would love a Maul book, but like this is not what I expected it to be. And I am just loving that this is basically like, behold Maul as he goes from baby to Sith Lord. And I'm like, this is lovely. So I'm having a very fun time. I do need to make coffee. I washed my Darth Maul mug so I can use it again today. I was like, oh crap, I gotta wash it because I used it for that drink yesterday. So right before we went to bed, I like ran downstairs, washed the whole cup, and I have it drying on our sink on top of a paper towel because our drying racks were full. We don't have a dishwasher, so it's hand wash or nothing. And I was like, okay, I'll get that washed. It's waiting for me. I am just gonna make the same coffee I made yesterday. So I'm gonna make, I have like a weird Superman curl happening. There we go. I am just gonna make the Darth Vader coffee again that I made yesterday, the dark chocolate truffle bones coffee, and I'm gonna use that mug. So I'm not gonna take you with me to make coffee, but I do need to go because I desperately need coffee. I have some time before work, so I'm gonna try and read a little bit. I am also going to be playing the episodes of Always Believe where they're on the Galactic Star Cruiser today. So I have those all set up on like my own little personal playlist to just go through them. It sucks that my asthma is killing me. It's just driving me nuts is what it is. It sucks that the Galactic Star Cruiser like does not exist anymore. There's possibly just gonna be office buildings. But it's fun to see them on it because I want to see it. It was way too expensive. Kristen and I even talked about it. We were like, that is bonkers. Like, we're not spending that much money to go. It was not in our budget in any way. So we were like, we can't make that work. We're not going. So we didn't. But I do love watching them on it because it's very fun. They do a bunch of costume changes. They really get into everything. So I'll have that on for like some Star Wars-y background. But I do want to try and read a little. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get my coffee, read a little, and then start work. So I will talk to you later, Gremlins, when I have finished this book, because I think between before work and lunch, I can finish it. Hello, Gremlins. You'll get more fun angles later, but I was able to finish The Wrath of Darth Maul before work, for the most part. I had like one chapter and the epilogue left, so I was able to finish it right at the start of my lunch so I could fill you in. But this was so much fun, and the epilogue, wonderful. Just wonderful. The epilogue was wonderful. And I'm not going to say why because that'll spoil things, but also like the epilogue made me so happy. But this was a really fun time. I do think younger readers could handle this. There is some like intense scene stuff because this is Darth Maul training to be a Sith, but I think a younger reader could breeze through this. The text isn't super difficult. So I'd recommend if you have a kid who likes Siths and also Darth Maul, but highly recommend. This was a very fun time. I did though make a bit of a change. So based on publication date, which that one doesn't really count. I just wanted to read that one first because it seemed the shortest. And I wanted to start off with like a quick book that I could knock out by the 1st or on the 1st, depending on my schedule. I am actually going to read Darth Maul Shadow Hunter by Michael Reeves next. So this was originally published in 2001. And the other book I have was not published until later. So I'm going in publication order for these two. So let me get you a description of this one. Let's see. Tiny cough. Oh, also, am drinking coffee. I already drank my dark side one, and this is Simba coffee. Like, this is Lion King coffee, but it has a lot of spices in it, and I felt like it was Mustafarian, I guess. I'm taking a sip though, one sec. Okay, so After years of waiting in the shadows, Darth Sidious is taking the first step in his master plan to bring the Republic to its knees. Key to his scheme are the Nemodians of the Trade Federation. When one of his Nemodian contacts disappears, Sidious does not need his Force-honed instincts to sense betrayal. He orders his apprentice, Darth Maul, to hunt the traitor down, but he is too late. The secret has already passed into the hands of information broker Lorne Pavin. I'm guessing that's how you say that. Which places him right at the top of Darth Maul's hit list. Then, in the labyrinthine alleyways and sewers of Coruscant, capital city of the Republic, Lorne crosses paths with Darsha Asant, a Jedi Padawan on a mission to earn her knighthood. Now, the future of the Republic depends on Darsha and Lorne, but how can an untried Jedi and an ordinary man, stranger to the powerful ways of the Force, hope to triumph over one of the deadliest killers in the galaxy? This also is not super long. It is... That isn't even this book. That is a... The High Republic Light of the Jedi teaser. Hold on. These have so many things in the back. It always takes me a sec. It is 295 pages. Not too bad. Text is pretty big. About the same size as a Scholastic one. A little smaller. But I think that'll be an easy read. I'm excited to start it. Krista does have court tonight, unfortunately. So I will be reading and hanging out with the dogs. So like I get reading time, but it sucks that Krista is at court. Like I could read while she's home. But I will just read and hang out with the dogs. Won't really have time to start this like during my lunch because I need to eat. But I'll get to it pretty soon. Also, this shirt is comfy, but now I'm cold. So I may go find like a sweater or something to put over it. I was so warm earlier and it's not just coffee. Like I was warm and I'm freezing. I don't know. The weather around here has been wild. But I will find a sweater during my lunch, toss that over this. And yeah, I think that is everything for this update. I'm excited to start the next one. I really loved the ending of The Wrath of Darth Maul. It was so good. But, oh, since I'm on my lunch break, let me... Dun, 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 dun. I don't know, I'm just making sounds. Here we go. This is my little Darth Maul area. Got the scene on Naboo. Then, actually not, yeah, it does it on Naboo. Then little Darths with big Darths, Ahsoka, because this is their scene. And then Savage. This is the one Krista tracked down for me online because literally we had no idea where it was. I didn't even know it existed, but this is the only Savage. Anything else you see that has the yellow coloring is normally a Night Brother from one of the video games, and it's not him. But I have a bunch of Baby Yoda. I have some fun stuff up here. I have way in the back over here. I'll show you that too. And I have this shelf. These are like shared collectibles. Some of these are mine, some of these are Krista's. Then we'll come down here. I have this area. This has a lot of solo stuff. And then those are Krista's Leia and Rey lightsabers. The box plays music, and so I put Leia and Rey stuff around them. And then some little figures like Amidala and Anakin, and then the Leia, and then some other prequels people. There's a little Jar Jar. And I have a bunch of stuff back there. So if you can see them, I have these watches Krista got me. I had these as a kid. So she tracked them down online. Sorry, everything is a little bit messy because I didn't have enough room for everyone and I need to like reappropriate where they are. But Maul and Vader are back there. And I definitely want to wear my Maul watch this week. I haven't worn it because I've had work and I haven't worn it on my wrist because I normally wear it on my right hand and it's a little hard to maneuver with my fingers. So I want to wear it before the month is over, but I may not wear it in this video. But yeah, so this is all of this. Yes, there is a little bit of Marvel up there, but for the most part, it is Star Wars. I also have, there's so much stuff all over these little guys. So this is Squishmallow, and this is Squishmallow. They're not Squishmallows. It just makes me chuckle. That's what I can call them. And then we're gonna bring you here. These are mostly Krista's. She's going through them at some point because she says she doesn't need to keep all of them. Some of them are mine. A lot of the Mando stuff is mine. Bring you all the way over here. And these are specifically mine. So I have a lot of Clone Wars, a lot of Maul stuff. I love this Grievous. I have some other stuff up here. This Maul is incredible, but I'm never taking him out of the box. Asajj, a lot of Maul, a lot of Ahsoka, a lot of stuff. Some things are at kind of a funny angle. This stuff, there's stuff in here for Krista and the pups for May the 4th, so it's just hiding out in here. She's seen some of it already, but I'm hiding it. Also, I have the Darksaber and Rex right here. Some of these are just in spots where I like tucked them so I could access them. I also have a couple other things. Yes, that's a glow-in-the-dark Jesus. I've had that since I was a kid. He just lives back there. Don't ask questions. He's just there. Yeah, so I just thought I would show you that. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Oh, there's a Han up there. There's also some Star Wars chaotically placed over here. Some stuff got knocked down at a certain point. And we have a couple more things. I'll flip you around. Ta-da! There's a little quick spin. I wish I would stop coughing. I am so sorry. I'm even taking Mucinex, which I have to take daily because of my asthma. But we also have, so like my lightsabers are there. I have a Darth Maul saber that Krista found online. It's not like official, but it looks so similar that it's perfect. I have some costumes that are really hard to show you. And we have some stuff in another room that is just like over there and we haven't figured out where to put it yet. So we have like some Funko stuff, some collector kind of stuff. And we have a bunch of Star Wars books that are in the hallway now. There are a few still in this like really disorganized closet room we have. We just have a bunch of Star Wars-y stuff. And like we have actually sold some of it off and we still have a lot. But we just have some like fun stuff. We have yet to go to Batu, which we really want to go, but like it hasn't worked out that we can go. But we have a couple things from Batu because people have like picked them up for us, or Krista found them for not exorbitant prices from folks who go and then sell them on third-party sites. So we have some stuff. One thing you will get to see on the 4th we have these really cool glasses that someone I know did pick up for us at Oga's Cantina because they look like glasses from Solo: A Star Wars Story. That is one of our collective favorite ones. We love dressing as Han and Kira. I even have a cool Kira jacket that I found online from an actual like leather jacket company. But yeah, so we just have random stuff. This is not to say that you need Star Wars collectibles to love Star Wars. It's just like we have a chaotic amount of it and a lot of it is very fun. There's also a thing I'm going to save for a different video, but we have the Phantom and the Phantom 2 and the Ghost because there was like we also love Rebels. We love Rebels. We love Clone Wars. Basically, we love everything. Or we try to. We're behind on some stuff. Like, this month we need to watch The Acolyte because we just, like, never had time to watch it. And I feel bad that it got canceled, but we just never got to it. I mentioned Skeleton Crew. We need to watch Bad Batch. We've watched, like, the first episode, and then we kind of fell off, and then just, like, never got back to it. So we have those 3. Oh, and we haven't started Andor Season 2. We've just been busy. And like sometimes we watch like kind of no thought TV, like Bunheads you can just watch and enjoy. And those you all need to like pay attention. So we just haven't gotten to stuff, but we're going to this month. There's like a small list of things that are must watches for TV shows we haven't seen yet. We also have like a movie watch list that we do every time. And I told Krista I really want to watch the Savage and Maul episodes of Clone Wars. I just have to find them so we can watch those. But yeah, so we have a lot of stuff to watch. And yeah. Just lots of goofy things. I think I can put together a Darth Maul bound that I want to wear. I am also definitely eating up all of my lunchtime, so I really gotta hurry. But I think I have an idea for a Darth Maul outfit that I can do with my lightsaber, and then I really have to get Krista to film me at night because it's the only way it's gonna be dark enough for me to ignite my saber on camera, I think. But I gotta go. I need to eat. I will talk to you later, gremlins, about Star Warsy things. I just don't know if I'll have read much of Darth Maul Shadowhunter by the time I talk to you again. But yes, talk to you in a bit. Good morning, gremlins. Yes, we're in the same location. It is before work. I am actually pretty early because Krista had to leave and her work starts before mine. So I am in my actual Darth Maul shirt. He's hidden, but he's right here. See? Darth Maul, right here. But I found it in my closet. So I'm wearing that. I have this on. It is not cold. It's actually really warm out, Krista said, but it's rainy. So I grabbed a flannel just so I have something I can like pull down or I can use to cover my hand when I take the dogs out later. So this is the outfit. I'll probably wind up taking this flannel off eventually. And then I have Darth Maul cup with coffee. Same Darth Vader coffee as previous. Yeah, I don't really have eye makeup on because my right eye was bothering me this morning. So I thought I should avoid it. But I'm here with a book update. I promise you'll get other angles. This is Friday, so it's my last work day, so I won't really be setting you up in here after today. But I have gotten pretty far into Darth Maul Shadowhunter. So I'm on chapter 24, which is over, like I have less than 100 pages left. There are a lot of points of view in this. So I read you the description, but on top of that description, so Lorne Pavin, the information broker, is not just an information broker. This man knows about the Sith and the Jedi, and all of this is like, because it's plans for this blockade. The issue is the plans for the blockade are in a Sith holocron. So there are 2 Sith holocrons at first. So this is not super spoilery, but you need to know what's happening for this to make sense. So at some point, plans for the Naboo blockade were on a Sith holocron, but also someone else has found a Sith holocron and was trying to sell it to Pavin. So like someone had a Sith holocron, was going to sell it to Pavin. It was a whole trick, but he was like, yeah, it was actually a Sith holocron, but we don't know what happened to that one. There has been a second Sith holocron introduced, and this one has the Naboo plans on it, and Lorne is on the hook to a Hutt. So he actually like told a Hutt he would sell him Sith holocron. So he was like, oh, if I can get that one, then I can sell it to him. But while this is going on, what this back does not tell you is Lorne Pavin has a partner who is a freaking droid who has been like made into a super sentient droid. So it's a protocol droid named I-5, but he like is very, no, I almost said IG-11. That's not correct. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember her name right now? Lando's droid in Solo. Come on, you can do this. It's not IG-11. Why can't I remember her name? She's not even in here because she's in the other room. Ah! Oh my gosh, and I love her. She's great. Why can't I remember her name? Ah! I'm gonna have to look this up because it's gonna bug me. But the droid from Solo. Very similar to the droid from Solo. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember her name? Droid in Solo. Oh, this makes me feel so dumb. L3! Oh my gosh. So I-5 reminds me of L3 and is like literally Lorne's partner. Like they're business partners. And it's because Lorne found him and like helped him out. And so now they work together. But he made sure that like I-5 could act on his own. He's just like, he can't be like a citizen because you can't be a sentient droid and be a citizen of the Republic. But he works with Lorne. They don't mention I-5 on the description at all. So like with all this going on and this new holocron introduced, we also have Maul being sent to find, oh, the guy, the Nemodian, who has run off with said holocron. Maul's after him. The Nemodians actually call in a bounty hunter. So a bounty hunter is also after him. Then the Jedi have sent, oh gosh, there's so many names in this that it's really hard to keep some of them straight. Darsha, who is a Jedi apprentice, to go get someone who needs to be brought to the Jedi Council. But like all of this is all happening simultaneously. So she goes to get this guy. Things go not great. And then she winds up with Lorne. But also like her master is involved at a certain point. Like her Jedi master. He shows up at a certain point. We have scenes with Sidious. We have scenes with the Nemodians who eat really gross food. Then what else is going on? Like there's all of that going on. And like Maul is just causing chaos because he was like, oh, I'm supposed to kill the Nemodian and get the holocron. So like that's what I'm gonna do. And so like he's doing all of that while all this other stuff is going on. There are explosions, there are lightsaber fights, there are a lot of chopped and cauterized things because of lightsabers. There are just a lot of things. A lot of things. Oh, and Obi-Wan shows up. Little Jedi Padawan Obi-Wan bopping around. Because Qui-Gon sends him. So we also have Qui-Gon, Mace, Yoda, a bunch of other people just like are in this randomly. So like I was reading this last night and I was like, how many people are in this? Like I was like, everybody's here? Everyone's here? So I was just like baffled by how many people there are in here. But it's a lot. Like there's just a lot going on to follow. So the main thing is that Maul needs the Sith holocron with the Naboo plans. And he needs to get that to Sidious. He also has to kill the Nemodian. The bounty hunter also trying to kill the Nemodian. The Sith holocron is also trying to be sold by Lorne. Like everyone is trying, like everyone's paths are super intersected. And in the last like less than 100 pages, I don't know how that's going to shake out. Because as of right now, certain people have certain things. Certain things have occurred. People are in danger. And Obi-Wan is wandering around the bad side of Coruscant. And like, I'm just like, what is everyone doing? It is absolutely wild. You have to be paying attention because at one point I was like, what? Because it was just like, point of view, point of view, point of view, point of view. Because it bounces you around a lot. I adore I-5, which should not surprise you. I love a droid. So I'm so annoyed that I couldn't remember L3's name. But I love a droid, so I was very excited about I-5. I feel like droids keep getting left out of book descriptions because there are a bunch of droids in the other Maul book I read, The Wrath of Maul. Tons of droids. Tons of very cool droids. Not mentioned at all. There's no description for that book anyway. This one, no mention of I-5, but I-5 is a main character. And then there are a bunch of droids in Labyrinth of Evil in the last video I did, and they don't get mentioned at all. And it, like, one of them was really cool, TC. So like, droids never get mentioned. And I was like, ah, there are such cool droids in these. But I need to go. I'm gonna read before work starts. I got everything set up, so I'm early. And I can read in my office for a little. So that is my plan. But I wanted to fill you in before I finish the book, because the goal is to finish it before work and during lunch. So like, get it done before end of day so I can start the next Maul book. Krista, again, has court. She'll start court tomorrow. So if I can plow through, it would be great to get all the books read. So then on May the 4th and the 5th, I can just focus on like Star Warsy stuff. Though, we'll see if I post the video on the 5th. I haven't decided yet. It depends what our plans are on May 5th. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna read. Loving the book. So excited I found my shirt. I got this forever ago. Like, really forever ago. I don't know literally when I got it. It's just been in my closet. I've worn it a bunch of times. The print is even starting to crack. I've had it so long. So I'm just wearing it because it's cozy. Again, I will take this off at some point because I know I'm gonna get hot. But I will talk to you later, Gremlins, when I have finished Darth Maul, Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter. Hello, Gremlins. If we can tell, my eye has gotten worse. It is not technically the end of my workday. This is when I would go to lunch. But I was texting Krista and I had already warned my manager that I felt horrible. Like, my eye was not bad before work. Like, it had watered a whole bunch last night and then it like hurt. But like sometimes it like clears itself up, and I even did eye drops, and it's just like, it doesn't really want to be open. And like when it is open, it's like very blurry. So like it just looking at my computer screens was devastatingly bad. They're actually still up because I hadn't hit the restart button yet, so I need to turn them off. But yeah, wonderful time over here. I did, what's really annoying is my eye felt fine. Like, it hurt, but I could read because I was apparently closing my eye. And so I finished, it's over here, Darth Maul Shadowhunter before work. Like, I finished this whole thing. I finished it. The like little bit of text I had left. So I finished it and I was like, oh, I should be fine. And then like the more I had to look at my computer, the more my brain, well, it's not my brain, it's my eye. My eye, and then like right over the other eye started to hurt. Like, there's a whole situation happening up here because this eye doesn't want to look at stuff. This eye is overcompensating, and so it just hurts. Shadowhunter had an intense ending. Just gonna throw that out there. There's a lot of drama and action and chaos and a lot of stuff. It was really good. Super high action. A lot of lightsabering. There's an amputation. Because of course there is, because almost everything I read has one. Also, Maul has a tendency to lightsaber things off of people. So I did really enjoy the ending. It is depressing as heck, but it's good, and it leads right into Phantom Menace. It leads into the trade blockade on Naboo, which makes sense. So, oh, this is really bothering me, so I'm gonna be quick. But yeah, so I'm leaving work early, which is frustrating because, to me, because I'm out on Monday. Like, I requested Monday off because I have a big physical therapy appointment. That's why I was thinking I might try and get the video up that day, because it's really like, I'm at work, but I have physical therapy, but my hand might hurt too much, so it may go up on the 6th. I haven't really thought any of that through. I just know I have this big appointment, and they may have to like do some stuff to my fingers so I can get these silicone thingies. Or yeah, I think they're silicone. They might have to do something to my hand that will make it really sore, so I didn't want to come in on Monday because I was like, but if my hand's really sore, I'm not going to work. Because like, I've worked with my hand really sore while I was recovering because I had surgery on Friday and I came back to work on the Monday, but like, it's not fun, and then I have to like keep my hand all the way up in the air, and it's frustrating. So I was like, I'm taking the day off because I don't know how the appointment's gonna go. I did that with another appointment I have later in the month because I was like, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, are they gonna poke me, prod me, make me get x-rays? Who knows? I actually don't think I'm getting x-rays, but whatever. But the ending of Shadowhunter was really good. I'm like not looking at you because you're by my computer screens, so this was a horrible idea, but I wanted to tell you before I possibly fall asleep. I even took Excedrin because I was like, well, maybe I can make the migraine part go away, and hasn't kicked in yet. Krista offered to get me lunch because she was like, oh, I can get lunch. So I'm just gonna rest for the rest of the day. And she's gonna get food, but I'm just like so out of it. But book, very good. I recommend if you like a lot of action scenes. There's just a lot of sad at the end. Like, it's not a happy book. Not a happy book at all. I can struggle through this, I think. The next one I'm reading is Maul Lockdown by Joe Schreiber. I'll read this really quick. with my one eye closed like a pirate. Kill or be killed in the space penitentiary that houses the galaxy's worst criminals who must face off in gladiatorial combat while an underworld gambling empire reaps the profits of the illicit blood sport. But the newest contender in the savage arena is fighting for more than just survival. His do-or-die mission is to capture the ultimate weapon that will enable his Sith masters to conquer the galaxy. But standing in the way are a bloodthirsty prison warden, a cannibal gang, cutthroat crime lord Jabba the Hutt, and an unspeakable alien horror. No one else could brave such a gauntlet of death and live, but no one else is the dreaded dark side disciple known as Darth Maul. Alright, I will attempt to read later tonight if my eyes and head are feeling better, because Krista still has court, like, she still has work. But I'm gonna rest my eyes, and my brain, and my being. So yeah, I will talk to you later, gremlins. Possibly not till tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. We'll just see how I feel. Maybe if I nap or something, my eye will stop being annoying. I put eye drops in. I took medicine. I injured this eye over the winter. Before this. I hurt it in like December. I was shoveling snow off of our roof. Not our house roof, but our porch roof. Which is flat, so I can climb out through a window. Because we have to, or it could cave in. And when I came back in, I like fell. And I had a hat on. And the hat like got into my eye. Which normally you'd think that's totally fine. It'll be okay. I somehow got like a string from the hat. Like a yarn thread piece, I don't know, like in my eyeball. And I even like flushed it. I did a bunch of stuff. I even went to our doctor, not our actual, like a quick med thing, and they were like, oh no, your eye looks totally fine, it's just really irritated. And then I flushed it again like the day after I went to the doctor, and this huge piece of like yarn stuff came out of it. And so like since then my eye like periodically just gets irritated for no reason. I don't know if it's like weather or like we sometimes have a fan in the bedroom. Sometimes that irritates it, but like it hasn't irritated it in a while, so I don't know. It's just annoying. But I'm gonna go, gremlins. I'm gonna take my priority self and go rest. I will talk to you tomorrow, tonight. I don't know. Hello, gremlins. It has been more than 24 hours actually. I was looking at the clock and I was like, oh yeah, it's been a while. So yesterday did not vlog. I barely read yesterday at all because I just did not feel great. Krista had court anyway, so I just kind of hung out when I wasn't like being very tired. So yeah, I did start mall lockdown though. And weird thing, oh, my bookmark's doing whatever it wants. So this is the weirdest complaint to have about a Star Wars book. But in this, they keep calling coffee coffee, and in every other book, it's calf. So I'm just like, was that not like a thing that unilaterally, yeah, all books in the Star Wars universe had to do? Because this woman's like, she had her droid heat up her coffee. And I was like, her coffee? And then they used it again. And I was like, I swear to God, everyone's supposed to call it calf. But I guess not. Maybe that's the thing I made up. Like, I was so confused just by that weird thing. I know I read you the description. So this starts off with Maul in his first like lockdown battle. And the goofy thing for me reading this is this feels less Star Wars and more season 3 of Prison Break. So in season 3 of Prison Break, this is not really a spoiler, there are a lot of prison breaks in that. Michael goes to a prison in Sona, or it's called Sona. For the purposes of this, that doesn't matter. But it's basically a prison with no guards. And like the idea of guards are there, they show up and drop off supplies, but there are no guards monitoring the prisoners consistently, like they're not stopping fights from happening. And then there are fights that are bet on in the prison. Now this is a little more like regulated, as there is like a warden and her brother setting up the fights and making sure they happen, and they're like working with the gaming commissions and the banking systems, so like more regulated. But the fact that Maul is in there to talk to some guy, I'm just like, this is Prison Break with aliens. So that's like really throwing me out. Not the book's fault, just having to watch Prison Break with my wife, and now I'm reading this book and I'm like, Michael? Is Maul Michael? Maul is Michael. Maul is Michael with like Lincoln's ability to beat people up. So I'm just like, this is really throwing me out. I want to finish it. I'm really not that far in. I'm only 9 chapters in. I'm on page 54. I want to finish it. I am going to finish it. But it's just like not as Star Wars-y as I had anticipated. It really feels like Prison Break with Darth Maul as our combination Michael Lincoln character. And that's really all I can tell you. We are meeting other characters. So there's like 2 rival groups. There's a once great fighter who now can't really see, and his son. What else? I already mentioned the warden and her brother. Feel like that's really all you need to know. Palpatine sent Maul there. So I'm still coughing a lot today, so I'm sorry. I'm feeling better, but coughing like crazy. Kristen and I also slept a lot. So like I was super tired, and then she was also feeling run down, so like we slept a lot today. We have started rewatching Bad Batch, so we only ever watched episode 1 because parts of episode 1 are in this edit we watch of Revenge of the Sith. And so we'd seen the first episode, and then we like kept falling off watching it. Like we would watch the first episode and then be like, okay, we'll get to that, and then we just hadn't. So actively we are watching Bad Batch this month. So we just watched episode 1. We're gonna watch episode 2 when she gets home. The thing that throws me off is episode 1 is so long in comparison to the other episodes because they're a lot shorter. So I think it'll be easier. But you are here not to hear me be like, oh, this is so much like Prison Break. It is. Like the writing is fine. It's just the coffee thing is still really tripping me up because I was under the impression they had agreed it was always CAF. Like it's CAF in the parks. It's CAF when the Galactic Star Cruiser existed. It's CAF in other Star Wars books I've read, but it's not CAF in here? Like why not? Why is it not CAF? I mean, I love coffee. I'm fine using the word coffee, but like not in a Star Wars book. But I am preparing to prep some stuff for tomorrow. So I am in here to make Ronto Wraps Law and Vader Clutch Sauce. So I have pita bread and I have sausages, and we are not making the roasted pork shoulder. Kristen and I have never been to Galaxy's Edge. I've already mentioned this, but this is the recipe I have. It's from this like Loves Disney, that's what it is, magazine that I picked up, and I really got it because it had this. So this is this. I'll let you look at it. This is the whole thing, but again, I only make the slaw and the sauce. We did make a pork loin last time. Like I bought a pork loin, I seasoned it, I did all the stuff, and it wasn't worth it. Like it got really dry, it was really difficult to cook. Sometimes our oven is temperamental, but it also like the pork didn't cook consistently, and it was really hard to eat in the pita. So we were fine with just eating hot dogs. We are doing Johnsonville smoked sausages. It does say smoked sausages. So I did get those, and I got pita bread. But I will tell you, it was impossible for me to get sumac, coriander, and sambal. My grocery stores do not have those. They've never had them. I'm not getting them online, so I just don't use them. But the recipe isn't too hard. I'm gonna make I'm debating which to make first. Probably the slaw so I can get it in the fridge. Those are mayos right there. I don't know. I'm not gonna keep you around for that because one-handed stirring is a little tricky, but I am gonna make these so we can have them tomorrow. I'm gonna work on that. Watch probably some random YouTube while I'm working. Today, oh, I wore this very fun, I think this is from Heroes and Villains. It's like a pilot shirt, but sweatshirt. But today, Kristen and I were going to go to this, I'm gonna lean because I want to focus on everything that's not me. Hi. We were going to go to this food truck that was supposed to be going to the garden center that runs the haunted hayride we go to. And like they kept announcing it, they talked about it. We were super excited because it's this lobster food truck that only sometimes comes to our town because it's out of city. Like their actual location is in, like they normally tour around like Syracuse. And we like kept an eye on Facebook. Krista was checking it pretty constantly to make sure like it wasn't canceled because it was raining. We drove all the way out there a little after 12 because it was supposed to start at noon. We waited till about 12:15. We headed out. We even took Kira. She loves people, and so we were like, oh, we'll take you, you can say hi to some people. We get there and there's a ton of cars like pulling in and out, and we're like, and I was like, I think it's canceled. And she was like, they never posted it was canceled. And I was like, I don't know. And so we like pull in and she asks a guy, and he's like, sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's going on too. Finally, another guy comes out of the garden center holding his phone, and he's like, hey, so like 20 minutes ago, again, by the time we got there, it was probably 12:20. He was like, at 20 minutes ago, literally. And he's like showing Krista's phone to prove it. He's like, they announced that the truck wasn't coming because of truck issues. And I was like, wait a minute. So they waited till noon to say they weren't coming because of truck issues when they were coming from at least an hour away, which means they would have known the truck wasn't going to make it at 11. So why not post at like 11:30, truck isn't coming, truck issues? Like I was like, I think they canceled because it's raining here, and they lied. Like I was just like, that's the weird, like I understand trucks have issues and it's totally possible the truck broke down, but I'm also like, the truck isn't here and like broken down, and like they're not, like it's not that the truck is here and can't serve food. And it, based on the guy reading it, he was like, yeah, it just says truck issues. And I was like, it's raining here, it's probably raining there. There was like a food truck event in Syracuse where they are yesterday, and I am truly wondering if they like sold out of a bunch of stuff and they're like, not that big a deal. I think they intentionally canceled and perhaps canceled last minute, but like the garden center should have been talking to them before the event was supposed to start. So I'm so confused by why you would post you're closed at noon when people had to drive to get there. Like it's not in town. Like we had to drive kind of out into the boonies a little bit to go get it. And Krista was like, The only benefit was we drove past a taco place. It is a food truck, but they opened like a brick and mortar, and so we got tacos. The tacos were pretty good. Their guac was good. We had chips and guac and tacos. But it just wasn't a lobster truck. Like, we were really excited about the lobster truck. So we just like hung in bed after that and caught up on her like standard TV. She had Grey, she had Dr. Odyssey. We watched Next Level Chef. I think that's the full name of that show. And then we started Bad Batch. So yeah, that has been the day. I had eyeliner on and it's gotten exceptionally smudgy because of rain and me like kind of trying to take a nap. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to making foods. You won't get to see it until tomorrow, but I have all the supplies. So I'm gonna get that all mixed up and into, oh, I will show you these really fast. Please don't fall. We have some stuff that is balanced very precariously. Yep, I think almost fell. Like that. So we actually have little Star Wars containers. So I'm gonna put the mayo in this Vader one. We've had these for a while. Krista found them. And then the slaw takes up a lot of space, so I might need more than one. So it may go in these two. And then they have little plasticky lids. But yeah, but I'm gonna get to work on slaw and sauce for tomorrow. I'm just trying to get some stuff out of the way for space. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on that. I will update you possibly not until tomorrow. Just because I don't know that I'm gonna read a ton tonight. I'm gonna try because I want to try and knock a hunk of this out. But I mean, we're doing stuff on May the 4th, so I don't know. I want to finish this before too long. It's not exactly what I was expecting it to be. So yeah, I will talk to you later, Gremlins, when I have a book update, or if not, I will talk to you tomorrow when I'm making Star Warsy breakfast. Hello, super quick update. I have put you back in here. I think I need to charge my battery. So I am solely up here because I've left this cup up here all weekend. I need to wash it really fast. I'm gonna throw an espresso martini in there. I'm going to try and plow through mall lockdown while Krista is at court. I finished the slaw, I finished the stuff, so I have all of my prep done. So yeah, I'm gonna get an espresso martini. I'm gonna plow through that book. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I gotta go though. So I'm gonna get set up. I'm gonna read. I'm not gonna have you watch because one, someone will knock over my camera, and I'm just watching random YouTube like in the background that's not Star Wars related, just as background noise for me, and the dogs are listening to music, so doing stuff that's like very random. Oh, my hand gesturing is making this unfocus. Hi, can I focus back? Okay, but I'm gonna go do that. I will have updates for you tomorrow on this book, I promise. And let's hope that I can make Millennium Falcon waffles tomorrow. We're gonna hope. We're really, really, really gonna hope. All right, I will see you in the morning, Gremlins. Good morning, Gremlins. Happy May the 4th. Oh look, it actually focused on me for that part. But I kind of look a hot mess. I put dry shampoo in my hair and fluffed it, but I haven't like brushed it out yet. And I'm wearing my Darth Maul shirt. He's at the bottom. I know you can't see him. I slept in this last night because I didn't really wear it a bunch on Friday, but I am here to make coffee. So normally on May the 4th, what I would do is I would make us coffees and I would make Millennium Falcon waffles because we have this really cool Millennium Falcon waffle maker that I got Krista a million years ago. Well, not a million years ago. I bought her one, it died, and I had to buy her a new one like a couple years ago. But because I can only use one hand, Krista was like, why don't we go out for breakfast? But she did want coffee first. So I'm still making the faux black calf coffees. So on Batu, they have a coffee that has chocolate foam on top, and then it's normally black coffee, but Krista prefers coffee with stuff in it. So hers is a coffee that already has cream in it. And then you top it with a Cocoa Puff like product. I did ask, Krista doesn't want Cocoa Puffs this morning. We have done it. I have given her one with Cocoa Puffs on it already in my last video, but she said she didn't want Cocoa Puffs. So I'm actually going to talk to you about mall lockdown, but I need to get the creamer in my frother. So this is the creamer I grabbed. Normally I would use chocolate whipped cream, but no one had it. So I'm using this like extreme flavor coffee mate. And then this is my frother. Krista got this for me a few years ago. It's not like a new product, but it has a cold foam option. So I have it set to foam. And just gonna pour this in. You can't see this because it's plugged in next to you. Just making sure that looks good. Yep. Looks cold. I'll get that started. There will be a whirring sound the entire time I'm talking about mall lockdown, but you'll have to survive it. Let's push that button. Okay, so I did finish this yesterday. Whole book. I read basically the whole book yesterday. So Krista painted. She was like, oh, I can paint a little. So she wound up painting last night until kind of late. But the entire time she was painting, I just read this book. That's all I did was read this book with Bob's Burgers on in the background, which was because Bob's Burgers doesn't distract me. So I finished it. My thoughts are still the same. This is basically Prison Break season 3 with Darth Maul in it. Now there are some extra Star Wars-y touches, so I'm gonna cough. I'm so sorry, one second. There we go, that was quick. So he is trying to find this specific person, who, is his name even on the back? But yeah, he's trying to find this guy who, interestingly enough, this threw me off. I assumed this book was set post Plagueis, and it's not. This is set while Plagueis is still alive, and Sidious is still an apprentice when he's training Maul, and like Plagueis knows about it. But Plagueis finds out about this whole plan and then basically turns everything into a mess because Plagueis likes to screw with Sidious as his master. Like, he kind of likes to mess up his plans. So I feel like Plagueis is involved throughout. Like, he sends a gaming commissioner at one point. Like, stuff is happening, and while it's not directly related to Plagueis, at some point Maul like thinks his name, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I thought this was like while Sidious is in charge. No, Sidious is still just an apprentice in this. So this is set before at least one of the books I read. The first one. Wouldn't this be before the first one? Yeah, because Plagueis is alive in this, which I didn't expect. And like, a lot of it is the fighting. A lot of it is just like trying to find this guy. And there's like misdirects and with the fights going on, and then like he pisses off the warden, so like she's trying to kill him. And so there's a lot of like watching Maul in really cool situations, which I really enjoyed. I'm gonna pour foam on Krista's. So I did enjoy like Maul like fighting and doing all this like cool stuff because he wasn't allowed to use the Force. So like that was cool. Behold the coffee. I'll pour mine really fast. So like that was all very cool, but then they have like, at a certain point, Dooku's former apprentice shows up, and I'm like, the frick? And Dooku's former apprentice, as in, like, he was a Jedi master. If you didn't remember, he trained Qui-Gon. But he also apparently, that was just a bubble, okay. He also has had other apprentices. And so, like, this woman shows up, and she's, oh, mine blended real fast. I'll show you this, but mine, like, super blended immediately. So, yeah, but, like, someone shows up that is Dooku's former apprentice, and she's not a Jedi anymore. I mean, she was cool, but also, like, really random. There's a giant worm that can, like, absorb you. Like, if you ever read The Strain, you become a vampire because of these, like, worm-like things. And that's what it was reminding me of, because, like, they like, became you, kind of. So that was weird. Just, like, this was fine. But this is definitely just, like, action book with Star Wars as an aside. Like, if you like a prison escape book, this is for you. I don't even know that you'd have to like Star Wars, because it's not that Star Warsy, because he's not allowed to use his Sith powers, so he's not. But there is some stuff with lightsabers in it. I won't get into details, but like there is a discussion of lightsabers, but it's really near the end. Like, all of the very Star Warsy stuff is at the very end. So like, if you're just like an action book, go for it. There are aliens. Like, it feels like a sci-fi book. Like, it doesn't really feel like a Star Wars book to me. I'm really sorry. Like, I feel bad saying that. Like, it was a fine read. Like, I have no complaints about like the experience of the read. Just like didn't feel very Star Warsy. Also, they kept saying coffee. It's not coffee. You're supposed to call it calf. They call it calf in all the older books. That threw me off so much. Don't ask me why. There's a weird nitpicky thing to be thrown off by. But like, if you like a very action heavy book and just want to see Maul fighting as Maul, like no Sith powers, just fighting, it's cool. But like, I liked those parts, but then we get some points of view that I did not care about, and I was like, I really do not give a crap. Also, there are some like disguised people. Those misdirects involve people with different identities. They're birds. There's just like a lot happening in this book. I would say, I am very definitely not saying don't read this book, because I think a lot of people enjoy this book, and I think you could enjoy this book even if you don't like Star Wars. It's a good sci-fi action book, but it's not super Star Warsy. So I have preferred the other two. Now this does mean I have finished all 3 Maul books. This does not mean the vlog is over though, because we're still doing May the 4th stuff. So you're gonna get all of May the 4th. We are currently watching The Bad Batch, and we really like it. I will talk to you more about that later, because I need to get these coffees upstairs. But yeah, I don't know that I want to rank the books. I did really like that first one. I thought that one was really fun. Okay, maybe I feel like the ranking would just be 1, 2, 3, like in the order I read them. But the first 2, I did really get into them. This one was fine. Again, very sci-fi action, not super Star Warsy to me. But yeah, so we're gonna drink these coffees, watch Krista's favorite Sunday morning YouTuber, $1 House. We're gonna watch that, and then I'm gonna get changed and we're gonna go to breakfast. So I will take you with us to breakfast because our favorite breakfast place changed their name. I think I told you about this. We'll take you, we'll see what we think. And then we'll be home, and later we'll do Star Warsy food. So I will talk to you when I'm wearing a fun Star Wars outfit, gremlins. Hello, I told you I was doing a thing. I'm doing Darth Maul. It's makeup, the outfit is all black, and I'm wearing this very cool watch that Krista got me. These are from Burger King from when I was a kid. Oh, and I did little button things. But we're in the parking lot of Five Below. Halloween. There you go. Nowhere really has good Star Wars stuff. Not, like, Walmart didn't really. GameStop didn't have anything we wanted. We did get Care Bear's Cousins Funko Pops, which are not Star Wars, but we got them. Then Five Below, we got these. They're gummy frogs, and they're cute, and they're peach flavored, and I just think they're fun for eating while you hold a Grogu plush. But we did breakfast at now Tina Lynn's.
Ugh, Dijon.
Yeah, they messed up Krista's hollandaise, so she didn't like it.
It just tasted of mustard. It was just mustard sauce.
Yeah, and then...
And I hate mustard.
She really does. Then they didn't cut my sandwich in half, which made it really, really hard for me to eat, and it was super sticky, which never happens. It's normally not sticky, even though there's honey on it.
We're a teeny tiny little table.
Yeah, I was so small. They were really busy, even though they were closing, and like by the time we got our food, it was already 12:40.
12:45.
Yeah, and then they were already telling people I had to leave because they closed at 1, so they closed the kitchen earlier. So yeah, it was fine.
Female Rottweilers expand exponentially throughout the evening without any care as to the age and fragility of any mom that may be in the spot of which they are consuming.
Krista's back really hurts. We are going for one more stop. Krista, you need stuff at Lowe's for the paint she was doing yesterday. So we're getting that, and then we're headed home. What else was I gonna tell them? Oh, I did forget to tell you. This is about the book I was reading. At a certain point, Jabba is consistently speaking English, like Jabba the Hutt. And the first time it happens, they do not explain why. Oh, my seatbelt on. I'll be quick.
You can keep going.
And then they suddenly say, but it's gonna beep because I don't have my seatbelt on.
Whatever.
But then they randomly in a second chapter are like, oh, he's speaking English because it's actually Huttese and the woman hears it in English. And I was like, just don't have Jabba speak English. Just have someone translate or respond in kind. Like how Han does in the movies where like Jabba says like, blah, 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 and he's like, oh yes, blah, 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 blah. I'll get it from context, it's fine. So that was also weird. But yep, now it's beeping. But I'm gonna get my seatbelt on. We're going to Lowe's, then we're headed home. At some point we'll do Ronto wraps, I'll show you those.
We're watching Bad Batch.
Yes, we're gonna keep watching Bad Batch. We both really like it. We've gotten to episodes that have Hera and Chopper in them, and they're very exciting.
Young Hera.
Yeah, little baby Hera. She still has kind of a French accent. But yes, so we're gonna go. I really need to put my seatbelt on. We're in a parking lot. We're not on the road, but still, I'm supposed to have one on. I'll talk to you later, gremlins. Hello, gremlins. Behold, a very light room. The new light is up. This is Squishmallow. This is my makeup. This is my full outfit. These are David pants, like David of Schitt's Creek pants. But I thought they looked kind of like Maul's thing. My full outfit will be in the thumbnail because Krista took it for me. But we're gonna do a really quick clip thing, and then you're gonna get to see some other stuff. So, be right back. Hello, there's stuff. Okay, so there's a fan going. I don't know if you'll hear that or not, but it's hot in this room. But this is some stuff we picked up in advance of May the 4th. So the squishy toys are actually for the dogs. Parker got a BarkBox toy that is an AT-AT, and that's with him already. But Chloe's getting Jabba the Hutt, Kira's getting Darth Vader, and Bruni is gonna get a Stormtrooper. And then not at the GameStop we went to today, but we did like a quick GameStop stop on a different day, and they had Thrawn on sale and Hera on sale, and this Grievous Jar Jar set on sale. I don't have a Grievous or a Thrawn or a Hera as Funkos, so we went ahead and got them. We debated, but Krista was like, you should get it because you really like Grievous. So I got it. The Jar Jar is fine. I don't really care about Jar Jar. But I also got some stuff for Krista. So I'm gonna secretly show some of it to you now. This one she's already seen. She picked this one out, so I'll pull it out. She found this one. It's Anakin and R2 in his Jedi Interceptor. So she picked this out for herself. So there's this. It's from their Micro Squadron. And then I'm gonna secretly show you this stuff. I could not really find her much that I liked, so it's not a lot, but it's something. Then I'll have her open them, but probably do that off camera. But see, stuff in a bag. Behold, it's not a lot. But yeah, so I'll have her open that and then we can show you what she got. But I'm gonna put some stuff away, prep. I'm gonna get changed. And then we're probably just gonna chill and watch Bad Batch for a little bit. So talk to you in a bit, gremlins. All right, Krista's actually gonna open stuff on camera. She'd already seen this, so I just gave it to her, but you can look at it in more detail.
Anakin before he's evil.
Yep.
And R2. Who doesn't love a good R2? And you can stick him there.
Yes, though I don't think we've opened any of the micro squadrons
No,
yet.
but we have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And we're either gonna open them and put them up on a shelf in the closet room at some point, or keep them in their boxes and put them up on the...
Yeah. I am gonna... So we do have... I'll have this in our next video. Like the next Star Wars one. But we have the Ghost and the Phantoms. And I want to see how they all fit together.
Okay. So the last time I got something like this, it was a really horrifying Princess Leia that's over there.
No. That one was the plushie. This is not a plushie.
This is not a plushie.
No. I don't really know what it is. I know they open and I know they're a thing. I only grabbed it because Han is one of the things. Yeah.
So I'd be fine with Han, R2, Chewbacca, Ahsoka, I would give it to my wife. A lost cat, I would give it to my wife.
This is true.
Sabine with the purple hair, I would give to my wife.
Yeah. But I have no idea. I also don't know how to open them.
But also, I'm down a hand.
Does it have like a tear thing?
No.
Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, it opened. I think they're wrapped, so you can't tell.
What do you think? I think it's freaky.
Oh.
It's on. No. Who is this? It's Han.
It is Han.
It's Han.
That's Han in the Falcon.
He looks like a gerbil.
He does look like a gerbil. That's the design of these. But you did. I got you Han in the Falcon. I did it.
He looks like a gerbil.
Gerbil. But it is Han in the Falcon. So I did get the right one. Look at me. The Force is with me. Or I'm dressed as Maul. So I guess the dark side is with me. Still the Force.
They're all individual little pockets.
Yeah. That is unfortunate.
This is my hand.
Yeah. Krista also has a hand injury. It's just her left hand. And the issue with her hand injury is she can't grip easily. She broke the base. You broke the base of your ring finger.
In two places,
yeah, and it healed angulated, which makes gripping stuff hard. And so sometimes if things are really fiddly, like this plastic, it's really hard.
He is a gerbil.
He is a gerbil. Oh my gosh, he is a little tiny gerbil Han. He almost looks like Edward Cullen. The hair. So goofy. But hey, I got you the right one.
He's such a gerbil. If Han became a gerbil.
I don't know. I think there's directions, but I don't really understand.
Directions is my father's philosophy in life.
Oh, and then that snaps into the front, and then he like sits on it like it's a bed.
His gerbil bed.
He does look like a gerbil. Literally, y'all, these zooms look like gerbils. I hadn't even like thought about it. I will not focus on him at all.
It's kind of disturbing. If Han Solo was turned into a gerbil. Or a guinea pig.
Oh gosh. I mean, it's cute. A little setup. He's in like a Millennium Falcon bed.
If Han were turned into a big butted gerbil.
Hey, at least it's Han.
Or guinea pig.
Yeah. But hey, I got you Han.
Yes.
I got the right one. The only reason I picked out this thing in the first place.
So funny.
We've bought Zoom things before, but they were always smaller than this. And they weren't ever people. It was always like Olaf or Winnie the Pooh or something. I've never seen one that was supposed to be a human.
That was interesting.
Okay, so... Yeah.
This is how I put him together. Okay. Well, I already did it.
Oh, R2's has like,
So he is special. Not all of them come with sets. So Han comes with Millennium Falcon. R2 comes with a hologram of Princess Leia. A Stormtrooper comes with a corridor.
Oh, hi, G.
Grogu comes with his pod. And Ahsoka comes with whatever.
Jedi ruin things?
Yeah. But if you're like Obi or Luke or...
Oh, it looks like, though, if you get the other ones, you get 2. So if you get Sabine, you get her Loth Cat. If you get Mando, you get a Jawa. If you get Chewie,
you get C-3PO. Oh, that's how that goes. Hi, Boo. Do you want to see Han as a gerbil?
She's like, why is the door closed? We closed the door because I didn't think there were cats in here.
Hi,
and
love.
there is a cat.
Hi, there is a cat.
Goose, do you want to help your mom with the last 3 things? They're all basically the same, and I hope they're not duplicates.
Do you want that? She likes this.
She likes the paper. She's gonna eat it. Alright, the other things are hopefully not duplicates of all the same thing. Because I just grabbed 3 of them at random. Because we liked some of the sets. So...
Nope.
Oh.
I thought if I put it on its side, it would be less dangerous to you.
And no. Goose is like, bag. The bag is moving. Emma killed the bag.
The fan's on. That's what
it's moving it and it's creeping her out. She thinks it's an animal.
Even though it's raining, it's in the 70s.
Yeah. Alright, so, I think I already showed you the fronts of these, but this is some series of the Micro Squadron, like, little figures, series 8. Did not mean to cough on you, camera. I don't know what the options are at all.
I don't either. It's not very...
It's not clear. I think one is...
one that's a chase...
One of them's supposed to be Grievous from episode 3. With his, like, circle escape thing.
Hi. What do we have? We have a bearded man.
Is it... Let me see. That is definitely a beard. Is there, like, a thing? It's a speeder and a beard.
No.
It doesn't say anything?
No, there's no, like...
There's no paper?
There's no paper.
Oh, good lord. Okay. Hand you, bearded man. Nothing?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
I don't remember bearded man.
I don't know. He's not a chase. That I can tell you. I truly don't know. Someone please tell us who this is. I almost want to say... I actually have no idea.
Cobb.
No, we got a Cobb Vanth in a different series.
Well, doesn't he have a kind of a beard or something?
Yeah, but he has like a vest.
But isn't this like his speeder thingy?
It looks like it, but it's not him, I don't think. That's why I can't figure out who this is.
They just did a really bad job.
Maybe I'll Google it and see if I can figure it out. No, watch. I'll have just gotten you 3 of the same guy we can't recognize. Ooh.
I don't know which...
Oh, it's the armorer. I think. No, this is Sabine.
Is that Sabine?
Yeah, that's her helmet. Because she has the little orange pauldron. Will it focus? Sorry. It might not. These are so tiny. Let's see. Camera! Do your thing. There you go. Yeah, this is totally Sabine. She is... Yeah, she's one of them. I think it's Sabine.
Okay.
You think they would... The old ones used to come with a paper.
It used to.
That told you what they were, because they're so tiny, it's hard to tell. Goose is just, like, chilling. I think this is fine. So the chases are Ahsoka and Darth Maul. I think. And probably a duplicate. When we used to get these, I always got one duplicate. It's Sabine again. Alright. I should look up who this bearded guy is. Because I have genuinely no idea. I'll report back on that, y'all, because I don't know. He's the picture on the bottom, too. Like, they used the outline of him. And I truly have no clue. Alright. Space lumberjack. Alright. I'm gonna change and take my makeup off. And probably make a cup of coffee so we can watch Bad Batch. And I'm going to give the pups their toys who don't already have a toy. Because Parker has that out already. And so the
choice downstairs too, stuff from Box.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Star Wars toys.
Yeah. We got a bunch of stuff to give them. But I think I have to get Goose out of here, don't I?
Well, she is hurrying and she is not bothered by the bag that is moving.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna, actually, while you're here, I'm just gonna set you up. You'll have a really weird angle of the bedroom. A super weird angle. Hey, look how high you are. Hello. We'll Google, what series was it? Oh, series 8?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. So many pop-ups. I forgot my phone at home all day. Series 8, Micro Squadron.
Well, she's happy-fying.
Micro Squadron. No. Okay. I don't know why they're barking. Characters? Will one of these tell me what they are? Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay. Sabine Wren. So that is Cassian Andor.
Okay, it doesn't look a thing like him.
It does not look like him at all, but that's the only option because everyone, the only other one that's in there is a 7th sister, and that's obviously not a 7th sister.
So they made Andor have a really, really bushy beard.
Yeah.
And a very large frame when he doesn't have a very large frame.
Maybe it's supposed to be from, because I don't think that's an outfit he wears in season 1. I mean, we're behind, but why would you release a season 2 one? Because these have been out for a while. I don't know. It's Andor. We just couldn't tell that it was Andor. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna go because I need to change into comfy clothes. I'm gonna take off my cool watch and my makeup. So I will also turn my phone off. Oh, I can actually hear. Let's see. Krista took a bunch of photos of me in my mall outfit. Let me see if it'll let me show you one. Ta-da! This is me in the full outfit. You kind of told me. Oh gosh, I keep coughing. Yeah, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna put on pajamas. So I will talk to you later when we have Ronto wraps. Gremlins, bye for now. Well, I see you found the Fozzie, so that's fun. But your mom is hiding stuff. Glo, your mom has something for you.
This is yours.
So no, I have Fozzie. Thank you though. Dude.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's fine. You like the Vader? We gave Kira Vader. And Chloe has Jabba. There we go. It's fine. You're allowed to curse this far into the video, I think. Kira jumped on top of Krista to get her toy. And she kind of squished her. But they're going to play with these while we watch Bad Batch. Bruni downstairs is very excited about his stormtrooper. Oh, now they're gonna fight over. Okay, I'm gonna stop before they kill Darth Vader and split him more in half. Alright, talk to you later. Hello! You're gonna hear music. You always hear music when I'm in the kitchen. But I have D. Zabrocked, aka I am not Darth Maul. I'm now Mandoed up. This is Mandalorian spirit jersey. This is the Clan of Two symbol. It's very cute. It's very oversized, so I'm wearing it like pajamas. I am going to make Ronto wraps. So the first thing you need, a pita that I slightly microwaved. Second thing you need, smoked sausages, also slightly microwaved. I'm going to put Krista's on her pita. That's there. I'm gonna move mine over here. There's mine. Can't see mine. It's not a big deal. They're identical-ish. All right. We're then going to add the coleslaw. This is the coleslaw. I made that. I showed you the recipe. I followed the recipe. This is the coleslaw. All right. Let's see if I can fork this without causing a giant mess. Maybe. Kind of. Get a decent amount of coleslaw. Slaw. Slaw. Is that enough slaw? Okay. Krista's behind me. I don't know if you can see her. Alright. This is what it looks like so far. Truly exciting. Just coleslaw on a sausage. And then clutch sauce. Gosh, I'm holding the food in my mouth. Clutch sauce. Okay. More? Or is that good?
Don't do more. I'm gonna sauce you first.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. And this is Krista's Ronto wrap. Again, minus the porcelain because we're not doing that. This is this. I know I said I was going to use the solo plates, but Krista was like, you don't have to because dishes. I'm going to show them to you because this is kind of the last Star Warsy part of this video. We'll do like a how they tasted thing. The other thing I'm going to show you. Ooh, lid. Okay. I'm going to hand you your Ronto wrap. Thank you. I'll be quick. I'm making a cocktail. So first, you need a cocktail glass. These were grabbed for us at Oga's Cantina by my friend Christina, Nerdy Poppins. Like we paid her for them, but she got them for us because they were an exclusive to the park. They look exactly like the Galactic Star Cruiser cups, but they're not because they're not. They have the logo on the bottom, but these are technically Oga's Cantina cups. But we wanted them because they look exactly like, oh my gosh, Dryden Voss's cups in his club in Solo. So I'm pouring in, this is new, we've never had this, I'm making this up as I go, a Cutwater lemon drop martini. I'm pouring that into, we're gonna use this cup, it's shinier.
Yes, I know we're gonna go up, I promise.
Oh, maybe we'll split one. Okay, there's that. And then this is Pucker Island Punch. It's blue. We use it to make spotchka, the drink from The Mandalorian. So I am adding. Hurted. Okay, we're hurrying. I'm adding spotchka.
Who's hurting us?
To the top. It's Goose. There you go. And now it's very blue. So it looks like spotchka, but it'll be more alcoholic.
That's
and
my
if you cup. However you can carry it. I don't know what it tastes like. You should probably tell me if I need seltzer water now because I'll have to go to the car. Thoughts? Do you want more of this stuff? This is more sugar than alcohol.
No, it's fine. It's a little strong.
Okay, well the cut water is strong. Okay, there you go. That's the beverage with my wife. She's going upstairs. I'll show you the Star Wars plates in a sec, but she's gonna head up. We're gonna watch Bad Batch. We'll give you official reviews when we're done. So I'll talk to you in just a sec when I show you the dishes, then other stuff. So be right back. So part of the reason Kristen was like, you don't have to use them. These are the plates. This is a cool travel mug. There's more cups. There's more cups. But we normally use those big plates right there. But there's currently a large piece of furniture in a box. It's really hard to move. And so that's really why we're not using it. It's hard for me to get stuff out. We have a bunch of Star Wars cups. So we have like Solo. There's a Rogue One back there that we've used. We have some Canto Bight stuff. Like we have a bunch of really cool Star Wars cups. And I love these plates, and there's some coasters back there too, but it's just really hard to get to some stuff. Those are also our anniversary cups, which were in Ohio with my parents for a while. And we got them, my sister gave them to us a little bit ago. And then some more Solo stuff. We have some tikis. A lot of the tikis are on the bottom shelf. So we have some tikis here, some more tikis down there, some cups. But yeah, we're just not using them because they're kind of hard to get to. And Krista was like, it's fine. We can literally just use regular paper plates. So it's easy for cleanup. But yeah, so I'm going to eat. We'll give you final thoughts on food and a little bit of a video wrap up in a bit, Gremlin. So see you in the final clip. Hello. I have now had 2 spotchka cocktails. So I am a little sleepy. We're still watching Bad Batch. I'm going to scoot next to my wife. All right.
My wife has drugged me.
I give her alcohol, which makes Krista very sleepy. All right, I prepped her for this. The 3 questions I'm going to ask you. Question 1, did you like your Ronto wrap?
Delicious.
Question 2, did you like your drink?
Strong.
Yeah, so normally, the stuff I showed you, we make spotchka with a can of seltzer water and that tropical punch Pucker. I don't know. We have a ton of bottles of it because we bought it in bulk at one point, just to, like, have it on hand. But mixing it with the lemon drop cocktail makes it very, very strong. I really liked it, but I'm getting very sleepy because I had a second one. 3rd question, how are you liking Bad Batch? So we're on season 2. We are going to watch the first episode of season 2, and then we're going to hang out with the pups. And Parker can't watch Star Wars. He gets a little stressed out if there are animal-like monsters. And action sequences creep him out. He also has an issue with music. So if music gets very dramatic, like if you go from like da-da-da-da-da to like dun dun dun, he freaks out. Like he truly gets very scared.
He was raised watching TV 24/7.
We even had him go to a trainer and asked her about this, and she was like, "Oh, nothing. Well, he watched TV with me, but like he was normally on Place, and we were like, okay, that's not what we do, but fine. But he can't watch. He also is a little twitchy about animation. It throws him off that it's like, you know how Uncanny Valley works for humans? Parker is like that with animation.
You're
like he is. Parker can't figure out what animation is sometimes, and it weirds him out. So we are still gonna watch Star Wars stuff, but we're going to watch more of it once we like go to bed. We're gonna finish this episode of Bad Batch, but the first season was really, really good. I love Clone Wars, and this feels very Clone Wars, but they're doing a lot of Easter eggs for further things, so I don't want to spoil anything, but they totally set up episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They set up episode 9. Oh yes, behold Bane. There we go. He's cuddling a Fozzie that we picked up for the... So Kira and Chloe love Squishmallows, and they killed the last Fozzie we gave them. They also killed Animal.
They just killed Vader.
Yeah, we gave them Darth Vader, and they killed him within like 30 seconds.
If it has a cape, it's a goner.
Yeah. And it sucks because, so Kira played tug without putting her teeth into the toy, but Chloe plays tug for keeps. And Chloe ripped the crap out of Darth Vader. I can stitch him, but I'm not good at sewing left-handed, so I have to wait a tiny bit and then I can fix him. But yeah, so we're gonna watch this episode of Bad Batch, then we're gonna hang out with the pups downstairs, and we'll probably watch like Spring Baking Championship. Please explain to me, Max, whatever you're called. Is it Max? It's Max. Why you took Holiday Baking Championship off your streaming service, because my dog loves that show and it's gone now, and I'm gonna have to put Spring Baking Championship on for him and hope that you don't show horses, because you did in previous seasons. This is not Star Wars related, I'm just letting you know. Also, I have had many spatchkas and I'm loud.
Animated, that's why Goose
Yeah, I get too animated if I have alcohol and the cats don't like it. But yes, so in this vlog, I read The Wrath of Darth Maul, which I loved tremendously. Oh, what was the second one called? Darth Maul Shadowhunter. Was still good. Solid droid, who is very similar to L3, which gives that book, like, tons of kudos. Book 3 was basically Darth Maul in Prison Break. There are gnats. We have gnats. I hate this one.
Got it, look.
Oh, nice. I don't even remember what that book is called right now. I just keep calling it Maul Prison Break in my head, which is fine. Again, if you love sci-fi and you don't particularly care about Star Wars, I feel like you could read that book. But yeah, so this is the final clip. We had Ronto Wraps, we had Spatchka. There will probably be more Spatchka, because I left the open bottle on the counter. Not tonight. Oh god, not tonight. But later on, there will be more Spatchka, made more normally with seltzer water.
I will be applying painter's tape while you are watching.
Yes.
Spring whatever.
Yeah. Krista is gonna do some touch-up paint from last night. And then I'm gonna probably edit. Well, not edit, but like get all the footage into Adobe possibly tonight, maybe tomorrow. I want to post this on the 5th for Revenge of the 5th because it's Darth Maul themed. But we're gonna finish watching the episode of Bad Batch that we were on, and then head down to the dogs. I'm about to cough, so we're gonna make this quick. So I am also on Instagram at Cliff Go Ever After. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this content, please subscribe. I'm doing only Star Wars until May is over. So if you like Star Wars, everything will be Star Wars until June. And then in June, everything is gay. So be ready. But I will talk to you in the next one, Gremlins. Bye!